How do you reflect on that period at Hillsborough?
Yeah, from the time that I had at Sheffield Wednesday, I just look upon it as wonderful, fun memories, a successful time, a time when a club that had probably just lost its way a little bit, but we all came back together as one and achieved something incredible, which was promotion in the manner that we did. But that success was built over the 2 and a bit seasons I was there.
You worked so hard to get promotion, so how difficult was it to walk away?
Yeah, because obviously coming to Sheffield Wednesday, you live it. You know, the club's a huge club, a fantastic club, and you live it. I purposely moved to Sheffield because I wanted to feel the energy from the supporters. I wanted to feel the energy of the club. So I moved and lived in Sheffield, and it was the best thing I could have done, the right thing I did in moving there. So of course, to be sitting here and I've left the club, I had a dream and an aspiration that where the club is now, yes, I almost looked at that was part one, but part two was hopefully moving them on to the next level, which is the level which is above where they're at now. So it was a difficult time to leave the football club. But Tim, I must say that, you know, I do wish the club every success going forward, and it's still one of the first results I look forward to now seeing on a Saturday.
Can you explain what happened after Wembley that led to your departure just a few weeks later?
Yeah, after Wembley had been, and you know the dust had settled and everything else, we had a meeting, the chairman, as we do, myself, just to sort of continue what was discussed in the pre-build up to it. I'm clearly on record saying, irrespective of what division the club was in, our targets were set in mind in terms of what was going. So in terms of that, when we had the meeting, all what's just happened is that I think the vision at the time, that was set at the time, at that time scale, was just a little bit out of line. So amicably, we both come to an agreement at the time and just decided that it wasn't right at the time. The decision was made there at the time because for me to step away and for the club to continue. That's why, Tim, a lot of the noise that was made up at the time, I never said anything because my emphasis was really to allow Sheffield Wednesday to continue and move forward and allow the chairman to bring in another manager of his choice that he felt could take the club forward. And I've got no grievances with that decision. As I said, it was a private conversation with me and him, and the conversation even now will remain private. I know there was a lot of stuff said about the salary and everything else, but honestly, Tim, it was never about the money side of it. It was purely and strictly for me about the football. Anybody knows me, I'm energised by the football. I love the competition of the football. Ever since I've become a manager, over the 5, probably going into my 6th year now, I've really been energised by the job, and I was really energised by Sheffield Wednesday. So yeah, I didn't expect to be sitting here, but we understand football is football. We wish the club well, and you know, I'm ready for the next adventure.
Because it is quite unusual to leave a club after being very successful. So with your stock so high, does it allow you to be a little bit more patient as you wait for your next opportunity to make sure that it's the right one?
Yeah, you always want it to be the right one, and you always want it to the right one to come that way your ambitions are met as well, really, in terms of that going forward. So absolutely, you'd want that one, and hopefully that opportunity will come. Yes, you know, if you've left Sheffield Wednesday, you're certainly better off leaving in terms of it's a win-win for both. The club's in the rightful position back in the Championship where it can kick on, and certainly for myself in terms of what I was asked to do when I arrived at the football club, we've delivered that really in terms of that, myself and the staff. So we feel a sense of a job done. We're not totally happy that we've left, but that's football. We understand that, and that's why we reflect on it. And there's a feel-good taste in the mouth that at least that the job was done, what we came to do. So it's on to the next one, and we'll wait to see what that brings.